Jack, just sum up your feelings right now.
Obviously ecstatic. I mean, we've come away to a Conference North team, and obviously they were big favourites. They had a decent run. I think they were unbeaten in the last 4 games, and we've come in, we've turned them over. So it's obviously the lads buzzing in the changing room. But obviously before the game, although we were underdogs on paper, we were very confident in the changing room. We understand that we've got a very good team, and a lot of the players could be playing at this level. So you look at it like that. We never doubt ourselves against anyone we play, within reason. And today just proves what the talent we've got in the changing room. That you look at the lads like Alex Starchenko, Terry Orkridge missing today. We've still got Vaughan's come in, played amazing. The strength in depth's incredible. So yeah, it's a really positive day. All the lads are buzzing, but Jeff's touched on in the changing room now. That's done. Enjoy it today on the bus ride home, but after that it's focus on Tuesday. And look, today means nothing if we don't, can't work on it in the league. So yeah.
How pleased were you that we didn't just if you look at the scoreline and think, oh, they might have grabbed one, smashed another on counter, but it wasn't like that. It was complete control throughout most of the match.
Yeah, look, with all due respect to Brackley, we've come here and we've dominated them, start to finish. Those first 10 minutes, you look at what they're trying to do, how they're shaping up, where they're going to try and whether they try and play in behind, which we thought they were going to try and do today. But so within the first 10 minutes, it was ours to lose, in my opinion. And that position's difficult because as a centre half, you find yourself switching off when our players have got so much of the ball and we're in the opponent's in our attacking third all the time. But another clean sheet today. Seb has been fantastic. The whole back four, wedgie in front of us has been fantastic. So yeah, brilliant.
And you mentioned about playing centre half, and before the season you said you wanted to nail down one position.
Yeah.
Bar that cameo at Bridlington at right back, how have you found just playing as a consistent centre half?
Yeah, look, I've said to Paz loads of times that I'm happy to play anywhere. I'm obviously quite versatile. I can play a number of positions, but I feel like my physical attributes suit centre half. Obviously being quite tall, and I feel quite comfortable in the air, and it's an advantage for me that I play centre half, and I've got a good partnership now with Hamza. We're looking strong, and I think moving forward it's something that's probably where I'm going to play most of my football here.
You're certainly reaping the rewards after a 4th consecutive clean sheet. Just talk us through the last few games defensively.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I was ill on Monday, so I missed Monday, but Deegan came in and was brilliant. I feel like because we have that much of the ball and we've got that many players that can just comfortable on the ball everywhere on the pitch, it makes our life at the back so much easier. And I've not really played in a team where they keep the ball for so long, and you find yourself being able to get into positions quicker and concentrate a lot more because you're in there and you've got more time to think about where the opponent's going to potentially run if you lose the ball. So all credit goes to the team, and like I say, we press from the front and defend from the front, and it makes our life so much easier. So it's a team thing, really.
And as you mentioned, you are comfortable at that, and we saw instead of booting the ball out, it was either a measured ball or it was just passing it round, sort of trying to break down them.
Yeah, I mean that's something that we've sort of adopted this year in terms of keeping the ball. Last year we were obviously it's a completely different team altogether, but we tried to sort of isolate our attacking players, get the ball forward as quick as we could. Whereas this year we're a bit more patient, our build-up play. Getting the ball out from the back, that sort of thing. So it's reaping the rewards at the minute.
Before we ask you about the one that I'm sure you're dying to talk about, after obviously a disappointing disallowed goal, how important was it to get that goal from Greenhead just before the break?
Yeah, no, look, the game, the way that the game was going, I never doubted for a second we were not the better team, and goals change games. That, in my opinion, that Hansen wasn't offside for the first goal. I've tried to speak to the linesman about it at half time, but I wasn't having none of it. So it's one of those things where you can't let it bother you. You can't let things that don't go your way in games sort of counteract the positive start that we had. And then Greeny's put free kick in, which again we absolutely deserve that goal. So you're going at half time 1-0. We sort of understood that they're going to try and come out, might change a few things, so we were switched on to that, and we've come out and I've scored and we've won 2-0.
Talk us through it.
I don't even. The lads saying in there, like, what were you doing, like there? Because I can't even remember if it was from a corner or a set piece or something. The ball's come in, and he said he's passed it to me, but he's been tackled, and it's just come to me at the edge of the box. And to be honest, I didn't really have any other options because I wasn't aware of what was behind me. So I just thought, play what's in front of you, and the only thing I thought of doing was just try and have a crack. I don't think, with all due respect, I don't think the keeper was, the best today. So I thought, well, why not? Just have a crack, see what happens.
And once it was stayed in, it must be something about the second round qualifying of the FA Cup, obviously mirroring that Chester performance where we went 2-0 up. The second one again, a screamer from yourself. How good was it to be able to see this out as confidently as we did? Obviously they had pressure at the end, which inevitably when a team's chasing it is going to be, but to see it out in the way that we did, what was that like? Just sum up that last 10 minutes. Yeah,
like I said, it's inevitable that they're going to try and throw everything at us. They were all back four were marking 5 players at times, and it's uncomfortable, but you talk about the Chester game and the difference there. I think it's more of a mindset thing, and we've got winners in this team that have won things and have been at higher levels. They know how to see games out, and it's useful for the lads like myself who've not obviously played in the league to the extent that they have, and you try and feed off that, try and learn off that what you can. And today you look at the difference. We didn't see that game out, end up losing on penalties, and we've managed to shut up shop here and win 2-0. So that's the difference, and that's the progression we've made.
What's your thoughts going into the third round qualifying? Who do you want?
Not Chesterfield, isn't it? The conference team, yeah. Chesterfield away, yeah. I love that. I know Peter probably want them at home, but Chesterfield away, yeah.
Moving on to Tuesday night, because football never stops. We've got a home game against Sheffield FC. What are your thoughts going into that one?
Like I touched on at the start of the interview, I don't think we can dwell on today too much. It's gone after today. We'll start the preparation for Sheff FC. We know a few of their players. A lot of their players have been around non-league a long time. They'll be well organised with their manager, and it's going to be a tough test. There's no easy games in this division that we're in. So, anyone on the day can turn anyone over, and we've seen that. With the teams that have played so far. So, it's going to be a tough test, and it's really important that we just make sure we maintain our focus going into it and don't get too hyped up about the result today, and just keep level-headed.
And just thinking about that Sheffield front line, obviously you've got Mark Newsom, somebody who scored consistently at this level, and obviously Macca, who we know very well. How much are you looking forward to sort of battling against them? Yeah,
I've played against Macca a few times. I've played against Nooshi a few times as well. So it's just the case, what you're going to get, the hard working, the renowned scoring goals. So it's important for us. We know it's going to be a battle, but it's something that I enjoy, and I think the rest of the team enjoy that as well. A little bit of bite to the game, and looking forward to it.
And finally, we've got to touch on them because they didn't shut up all 90 minutes. Obviously, you saw a little bit about what the fans could bring from your first initial spell, and then obviously now. Just how good were they today?
Absolutely. We've come to Brackley here today, and it was like a home game. The fans were absolutely amazing, and as far as I'm aware, I think Pete's put on a bus for him to come here today, and credit to Pete. Didn't have to do that today, but he obviously understood how important the tie was and how important the fans are to our success. And absolutely fantastic. Like just at the end there, going over and celebrating with them, you see people that obviously, with me working at Worksop, see people that in and around the place all the time, and it's absolutely fantastic to share sort of days like this with them. It's incredible.
And we saw that with your celebration, didn't we?
Yeah, well, I don't know what it took a second to sink in, but then I just thought, I don't score that many screamers, so I'm just going to go and celebrate with the fans, and just ran straight in. Yeah.